Keynote speaker today is the AVET project president chairman of the board, Garren S. Cohn. As an Air Force veteran of the Cold War and Operation Urgent Fury Grenada, he later became a legal advocate and attorney, in fact, as a National Service Officer for the DAV Disabled American Veterans, representing both active duty troops and veterans of non-attorney practitioner before the Board of Veterans Appeals in the Department of Veterans of Affairs of Washington, D.C. Garren is a graduate of NSO Academy at the University of Colorado and holds a bachelor's degree in legal studies with a minor in business law and public policies for the University of Maryland. Throughout the 1990s, as chairman of San Diego County Veterans Memorial Committee, Garren successfully orchestrated memorial events which remain unequal to this day, weaving competing interests together for a common goal. To honor our fallen soldiers, Mr. Cohn is heralded as a unifier and congratulated by the likes of the United States Congressman and DVAMC Director, to name a few. At this time, I would like to bring forward Garren Cohn.
Thank you for that introduction, Don Cole and the committee that asked me to come and speak today as a veteran for veterans on Veterans Day. Before I get started, though, can I get a show of hands? How many veterans have we got out here right now? Impressive. Give yourself a hand. You know, you're in good company because less than 20 million Americans have ever served in the United States military. It's interesting that such a small number of Americans could uphold our Constitution and guarantee our rights and freedoms. Just a small number of us, but it wouldn't be possible without our veterans. I've heard the notion that it takes a village to secure a future. I say that it takes our brave men and women of our United States military to give us the freedoms that we enjoy.
Woohoo!
You may have heard this next expression. It's from an Irish statesman, Edmund Burke, who supported the American revolutionaries, by the way, while we were forming this country. He said, "All that is necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing." That's what our military exemplifies. Good men and women, often against great odds, that are willing to stand up and fight for what's right. What's more, that old expression, behind every good man is a good woman? Well, I have to add to that. Behind every soldier, sailor, airman, Marine, and Coast Guardsman is a supportive family that makes tremendous sacrifices as well. So can we give some love to our military family?
Woo-hoo! Yeah!
How can all of us express appreciation and gratitude for everything past and present military members and their families have done? And that's truly what I've been asked to speak about today. You heard during my introduction that I founded an all-volunteer 501c3 nonprofit called AVET Project. And AVET is simply an acronym for American Veterans Empowerment Team. Every single word in the name deserves some attention. We're all Americans. Most of us are veterans, or at least those that love veterans. Our sole mission is to empower our military family, and we do so as a team. AVET Project's executive director, Kim, who happens also to be my lovely wife. Stand up, Kim, please. He's really the push behind AVET Project, truth be told. She always says, together we can do and help more. So please allow me to highlight some ways that all of us can get involved and help us help them, meaning our military family. I'm going to just go through a list here, so you can take mental notes if you don't take pen and paper notes, but get involved with legitimate and local nonprofits dedicated to helping our military family. You can volunteer with AVET Project. You can follow us on Facebook, You can donate your time or money, because even though our general administrative costs are very low, of the few dollars that come in, 98 cents of those dollars go directly to our programs and services. So 2% puts gas in the box truck and pays storage rent. You can listen to American Warrior Radio. And on the back of my business cards, and anybody that wants one, I got a bunch of them here, so we'll hand them out to you. It's a program specific to military and veterans issues. Of all the terrestrial radio stations in this country, less than a dozen have any regular programming specific to those cause. You know, helping our military family. And we do that on AM 1060, which we just increased from 5,000 to 50,000 watts. So we're covering all of the Space and Treasure Coast and even up into Volusia and over into Orange. AM 1060 every Saturday from 11 to noon. Again, it's me and my co-host Glenn McGuffey. So I encourage you to do that. You know, you could join the American Legion or the VFW or their auxiliaries, because, by the way, it wouldn't be possible, this event today, without them. So hats off to the VFW and American Legion.
Woo-hoo. Yeah.
This next one I like also. You could host a military family or maybe a single military active duty member that's far away from home. But you know, there's so many opportunities to serve, and one way that a lot of AVET project volunteers do it is they open their home up, particularly during the holiday season. And we've had some great success stories, and so heartwarming that it give you chills and make you cry at the same time. So that's one way you can open up your home, open up your hearts, and get the word out there that you're willing to have them in your home and enjoy a meal and some camaraderie and just the general love that all of us Americans have. Now here's a good one. When AVET Project began our EEB, Empowerment Equipment Box program, which is an enhanced care package to deployed troops, some 6 years ago, the cost to ship one of these packages was about $11. And now it's about $18, okay? You can visit the website, avetproject.org, and find out why we wrote the amendment to Title 10, Section 402. This, in short, began in the Kennedy administration. Great idea. If you were a nonprofit and you wanted to help out foreign nationals, let's say the locals in Afghanistan, you could do so. And under a joint DoD State Department issue called the Denton program, run by USAID, you've probably seen the packages that get delivered. We can do that. You get it to them, they'll handle the logistics and deliver it, and the locals all across the globe can get some American love. The prohibition is that we cannot use that's taxpayer-funded military transports, space available on them. So we're not making special room. If there's room at the back of the plane, your blankets to the Afghan people or whatever, we'll put them on there. The prohibition is we cannot use that program to support our troops.
What?
Now that's just absurd. We wrote the language, Congressman Posey put it through. This is the third year. It's called the Deployed Troops Support Act of 2015. HR House Resolution 1177. And for 3 years now, well, this one's coming up. For 2 years, it's passed the House in bipartisan fashion, so people love our troops. We're all Americans. Gets into the Senate, and somehow in committee, page 500 out of an 1,100-page bill gets pulled out. It's happened twice. Can't happen again, because our troops and their families deserve that. So you can get involved in there and call or email your elected representatives. Even on a local level, like the mayor, voice your opinion to him. He's got lots of connections. All of our elected representatives have a duty and an obligation, and they take it seriously, to represent us, and they can push the word up. Because the more noise that's made on a single issue like that, that's how we make progress in this country, and that's the democratic way. So please, call or email your elected representatives, congressmen, senators. AVET Project always needs more volunteers, and we have lots of fun helping out our troops and their families. You know, you could join us this Saturday up south of Patrick Air Force Base. IAP Worldwide Services, which is a defense contractor, selected AVET Project and the United Way and Brevard Schools as the beneficiary of a 5K run. All right, it's Represent 321. So we're going to be out there, you know, helping with the race, representing. We'll have our canopy and some materials and things like that. Little things like that you can always find at AVET Project if you want to get involved. And we make a sincere effort to get involved, not just in Brevard County, but Indian River and beyond. And I want to just take a moment and really say thank you to everybody that showed up here. You've already heard this is a great crowd, and it will be cool when there's so many people in this audience that all we have is a little circle to come up here and speak. That'll be great when that day comes. But I just want to say that you show your love for our country and the veterans, and you declare that it's free because of the brave. And as my co-host on American Warrior Radio, Glenn McGuffey, who's retired Air Force and also AVET Project Service Officer, so if anybody out there has an issue with the VA claim, you can contact us and we'll get you the help you need. I thought that might get a rise out of you. You know, he always says at the end of our program, at the end of our broadcast every Saturday from when? That's right, 11 to noon. He says, and I'll finish with this, don't forget, thank AVET. Thank you all very much.